Hi everyone. For your photos, I'm just going to show you how to use what we call the dodge and the burn and the sponge tool. For every image that you pull in, you should use the cropping tool. Make sure you have a clear idea of what your subject is. Please remember to use the rule of thirds. So if I want to focus on, oh gosh, this is kind of a hard one. The plant, maybe this green plant, I'm going to have that plant come across some of those key points and across some of those lines. So make sure you have a strong composition. I do always go up to adjustments and I go to hue and saturation, and I usually bump up my saturation maybe 5 points just to saturate it a little bit, and then I always go up to image and hit auto contrast. There you go. Over on your right hand side, you should have your navigator open so you can zoom in and out on different areas, as well as your history so you can kind of see what we've done so far, as well as your layers box down below. To dodge and burn certain areas, so say if I want to really zoom in and focus on this plant, and I want to make it a little bit darker or lighter, maybe these need to be a little bit darker. In your toolbox on the left hand side there is a tool called a dodge tool, a burn tool, and a sponge. The dodge tool, when you click on it, you'll see at the top that changes to the different options you have. The exposure should be usually at about 50%. If you go 100%, it's going to be very drastic, and obviously that you change your photograph, and you want your editing to look subtle, like it's a really good photograph, not a photograph that's been highly edited. So I take it out and keep it about 50% for exposure. To change the size, I'm going to use the brackets on my keyboard. So if I find the letter P, they are the brackets to the right of the letter P. So I can hit the brackets to increase or decrease the size. Dodging is going to lighten an area, so maybe I want to lighten a little bit down here. Not too much, but a little. And again, it is subtle, but it does have an effect. If I want to burn, burn is going to darken an area. Again, my exposure is at about 50%. A little bit over is fine. It's going to burn the mid-tones. I could change it to shadows or highlights too. Maybe highlights. I'm just going to darken this back a little bit. So now we've used the dodge and the burn tool. So we started off with, let's see, here's before the dodge and the burn, and here it is after. The last tool you can use here is the sponge. The sponge saturates. So up on the top, you do have to make sure that it says saturate and not desaturate. Again, I keep it at about 50%. I want to expand my brush a little bit. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Right in here. I just want to saturate it a little bit. Oh goodness, look at that. I said desaturate. No wonder I didn't notice difference. So I'll go into my history and I'll go back to where I had burned it. Change it to saturate. See, even teachers can make mistakes. Whoa, back it up a little bit. There we go. So overall, I'm a little bit happier with the picture than I was before. I'm going to maybe crop it one more time. There you go. Try to limit any background distractions. I didn't really like that I could see the edge here. I have a couple points on my composition. I'm going to File, Save As. Wherever you're saving your pictures to, here I have a final folder, edited folder. I would call that. And make sure when you save your images that you change it from Photoshop down to the JPEG. Not JPEG 2000, just the plain old JPEG. And save. So for all the pictures that you do, this is the process that you should start with for editing. Looks pretty good. So here is where we started from, and here's after editing.